everyone, Binny here with Beauty by Binny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full makeup look for you guys from start to finish. Since Valentine's Day is around the corner, I wanted to create a soft, shimmery, romantic look that will be perfect for that special day. This is also a great makeup look for special events like a prom or weddings or even a night out, especially when the weather warms up. Please remember to like and subscribe and share this tutorial with friends. It really helps me out, and please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. All the details will be in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. This is Cinema Secrets foundation, and I mixed the darkest color in kit number 1 and the second darkest color in kit number 3 to create a custom color for my skin tone. I'm using a damp beauty blender sponge to evenly apply this foundation to my face and neck. Then I used the second lightest color in kit number 3 as my concealer for under the eyes and on the center of my forehead and chin. After that, I mixed these two shades in Cinema Secrets kit number 11 for my contouring color, and I'm applying this using a Real Techniques contour brush. I wanted to keep the contouring really warm, almost like a bronzer, and that's why I chose darker colors that have warmer undertones instead of a cooler tone. I applied this cream over the hairline of my forehead, on my temples, on the hollows of my cheekbones, down the sides of my nose, over my chin, and underneath my jawline. Next, I'm using a peachy cream blush from Clarins. This is just a sample one, so I'm sorry I don't know what it's called. I applied this to the apples of my cheeks and over my lips. To set all the creams, I'm using a loose powder by MAC in the color NC40. I'm basically just pressing and patting the puff all over my face and neck to get rid of any shine or oil. And since I used a very yellow toned concealer under my eyes, I didn't use any banana powder for this look. This is a Dior Bronzing Powder in color number 20, and I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush to apply this all over the areas that I want to look darker or more tan. Normally, I use MAC's Blunt to contour, but for today's look, I wanted it to be more softer and bronzy. I didn't film myself doing my brows because I have a few tutorials on my channel on how I do my brows already. For the eyes, I started out using a white eye pencil by Stila to draw a thin line right under my brows, and then I used a synthetic concealer brush to blend out the white pencil. And next I used Booty Call from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I applied this shadow over the brow bone to set the creamy pencil in place. I'm using Painterly Paint Pot from MAC as a base for my lids. I'm applying this just over the lids, keeping it under my crease. For my crease color, I used MAC's Soft Brown Eyeshadow and a MAC 217 brush. Because of the shape of my eyes, I always concentrate more of the color on the inner part of the crease, closer to my nose. Then I used MAC's Saddle Eyeshadow to darken the crease a bit and to add more warmth. This is MAC's Pfloof eyeshadow, and I'm applying this color on the inner corners of my eyes to brighten them up. Then I used a bronzy eye pencil from Tarte Cosmetics to create a little V shape on the outer corners of my eyes. This is very helpful if your eyes are hooded or monolid, and it gives your eyes more definition. The next eyeshadow I'm using is called Half Baked by Urban Decay. It's a beautiful gold color, and I'm applying this to the inner third of my eyes. Also, I'm keeping all the eyeshadows that I'm applying to my lid under the crease because I want the crease to look deeper. For the center of my lid, I'm using this gorgeous metallic pink color from my YSL Pure Chromatics palette number 6. I love this color, it's so shimmery and pink. I actually used a little plastic applicator that came with this palette, and I sprayed some water on it first. Using a wet brush for this type of shadow changes the texture and finish of the shadow from shimmery to like a liquid metallic. I lined my waterline with Stila's Topaz pencil, and then I used a shimmery brown eyeshadow by Milani Cosmetics called Java Bean to darken the outer corners of my eyes. Then to darken and define my crease, I'm lightly bringing this shadow into the crease and taking it towards the inner third of my eyes. I used the same bronzy pencil by Tarte Cosmetics to trace a thin line under my lower lash line. Then I used another pencil called Deep Bronze by LA Girl Cosmetics to trace a thin line halfway across my upper lash line. After that, I used the same Java Bean eyeshadow and a small brush to smudge out that pencil and to set it in place. The lashes that I'm using today are by KoKo Lashes in the style Goddess, and I used Loreal's Voluminous mascara heavily on my lower lashes. This is Snakebite eyeshadow from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm applying this shadow under my lower lash line to smudge out the Tarte pencil that I previously applied. For blush, I used this soft pink color from my OFRA Cosmetics Pro Blush palette. This is such a pretty soft pink color. If you guys are interested in this palette, you can purchase it at ofracosmetics.com. Next, I used one of my favorite mineralized skin finishes by MAC called By Candlelight to highlight the high points of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, and over my cupid's bow. For my lips, I first lined them using MAC's Current Lip Pencil. I use this very lightly since it's a dark color, and if you guys can notice, I use the lip pencil to give my lips a more heart-shaped or rounded look. And then I used a Too Faced Glamour Gloss in the color Material Girl to fill in my lips. I've had this gloss for a while now, but I've barely ever worn it. After this look today, I'm sure I'll use it a lot more. The color is so pretty and almost like a metallic pink. It's very rich in pigments and doesn't feel heavy or sticky. Don't forget to blot so you don't end up with pink on your teeth. And that completes our pretty frosty pink makeup look for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new. If you liked this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share with others to help me grow my channel. I will post all the details and the products used in the description box below, along with a link for my brow tutorial in case any of you wanted to see how I did my brows for this look. I hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day. Whether you're single or in a relationship, just remember to always love and respect yourself, and the rest of the world will love you back. Thank you so much for watching and for your continuous support. Love you guys. Take care. Mwah.